Sponsored by Squarespace. From websites and online stores to marketing tools and analytics, Squarespace is the all-in-one platform to build a beautiful online presence.
Jordan's messages.
We're in the last days. In multiple senses. But in the one I'm referring to, it is the last days to get your most favorite hats of all time. If you become a supporter at supportblimeycow.com, you will get a hat before Christmas. That is the promise we are making. And we're hoping to God we can keep it. That is right.
We extended the sale to today's the last day. I'll try to get you your hat by Christmas, okay? But no promises at this point.
Look,
this is the last day.
We're really trying to do you guys a favor and a disfavor at the same time. A favor to extend the date and a disfavor that our promise of Christmas morning. Look, we can do it, Josh. We can do it. I know we can do it. Let's get to the messages.
Got some good messages this week for you, buddy.
I didn't even ask you what they were generally about.
I don't even know if I could describe them.
Indescribable.
Get ready.
Is it undescribable or indescribable? Both.
Indescribable. Oh, I don't want to get sued by Chris Tomlin.
Oh, yeah, he'll do it to you. Hi, Josh and Jordan. So I have this guy I'm close to, one of my best friends for a long time now. And we get along great. Well, recently, this is why, Josh, why? Great. Well, recently we were in a car and we happened to be sitting next to each other, period. It was a long drive. Shameless plug. It was a long drive back at night time. So everyone was getting sleepy, so he leaded down on his knees, and I reached over and started playing with his hair, and he fell asleep, period. It was such a magical movie moment. It's okay. Anyways, we've been friends for so long, and I've obviously caught feelings. I can't tell if they're mutual, though. I mean, he treats me differently than all our other friends, and they've noticed it sometimes, period. He acts like he likes me a lot, and other times like we're just buddies, period. I don't understand it, period. He's said that I'm beautiful before, but he's also called me bruh. I need answers, please. Bruh. Okay. Well, look, I'm just gonna put it plain and clear and simple, okay? This guy likes you, okay? And he's saying bruh as a little means to deflect his true feelings, because he doesn't know. Maybe you don't feel the same way. Maybe you flirt with some other guys, and he's like, I don't know, bruh. I don't know. It's his defense mechanism. He doesn't want to be hurt. You think he wants that? No. Nobody wants that. I don't want that. Josh didn't want that.
Imagine that this guy leaded on his knees in the car. She puts her hands on his hair, and he goes, bruh.
That's over. If that happened, this would be totally different. What does it mean, Josh, to lead it on his knees?
I don't know. I figured we could talk about it.
To lead it... Let me make sure I get the quote right. With no punctuation anywhere. It's hard to decipher through this. He leaded down on his knees.
I assumed it meant lay down on his knees, but then I was like, how do you lay down on your knees?
That doesn't make sense.
And if he's in a car, what did he do?
All right,
kneel on the floor?
Okay, let's simulate this. Leaded down on his knees can mean a couple of things. It could mean he unbuckled and leaded down on his knees like this and put it on your head. That's leaded number one. Leaded number two is he put his up like this and he went like this.
Oh, that could be what she meant.
It's gotta be. It's either or. Leaded down. Comment below which you think it is, A or B.
We're gonna find out when we post this video that leaded on his knees means something that we shouldn't have been talking about.
Well, let's get to the next message, Josh.
This next one is juicy. Juicy messages.
Yeah, that's what the new show should be called. That's what our podcast should be called. Dear Jordan and Josh, a few years ago I became friends with a guy that is married. Punctuation is so nice. We got along perfectly and shared many interests, and there was nothing to worry about.
I thought that was so
Then our talks got more personal and deeper like they do in great friendships. He told me his wife was cool with us being friends. We then talked secretly to each other. While it somehow felt wrong, I told myself it was fine because we weren't doing anything besides talking. The thing is that he also hugged me, oh no. And while it was not inappropriate, it was the kind of hug your bigger brother would give you. Ugh, that gave me a really weird, bad feeling, Josh. I didn't want that feeling today. It also felt wrong, but also very nice. I thought she was gonna say, but also so right. It's too bad. One day, he just stopped talking to me, and I tried to get him to explain himself, but he wouldn't answer. I guess he realized that we shouldn't spend so much time together and pulled the brakes before anything bad happened. My question is now, should I tell his wife what happened? She and I are still friends, and I feel like I'm lying to her because if he didn't tell her how good of friends we really were, she still doesn't know about our secret talks and hugs. I think this is something that he should tell her. This happened years ago, but it still bugs me. What do you think? Wow, this is bugging her for years. This is exciting.
75% of messages comes down to feeling guilty about something.
Yeah, and then they just come across this random guy who is just yelling at people, and they're like, why not?
This is my last chance.
This is my last chance. The last days. I'm in the last days. Might as well give it a shot. This is a complicated situation. Here's the thing. Do I think that it is appropriate for you to tell his wife that you had like one or two brotherly hugs in Christ? Yes or no, yes or no, yes or no. Whatever I say radically changes her. It's like we're at a crossroads. Left or right?
Left or right? Come on, Max!
Which way do we go? Yes, no. Look, I'm gonna go with no, okay? I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna get yelled at in the comments, Josh. I don't know, okay? But maybe this guy realized, like, look, okay, something's weird here. I'm done. I'm pulling the plug. We're out. And that was his way of...
I didn't like how much that made me feel like she was my sister when I hugged her.
Yeah. What would you do, John? I don't know. Should she tell?
I think that if she makes a big deal about it, it probably makes it a way bigger deal than it actually was.
And she might be perceiving this the wrong way.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And because I don't know, I'm gonna go with the safe answer and say don't do it.
This guy may have just been like, all right, well, I should probably just be done with this, and just moved on with his day, and she's freaking out.
Right, and she took it as something completely different. But Josh, maybe she didn't. Okay, so if there is a potential that you are taking this in a way that is, you know, not he's perceiving something differently, it's just like, oh, I'm being nice to this person. All right.
Okay.
Then clearly don't say anything if there's a chance. But if there isn't a chance, and you know 100%, you know for a fact that this was not just a brotherly hug. All right.
Yeah.
I would still say no.
Oh wow, really? Even then? What good comes from it?
I don't know.
This is the thing. If it was so inappropriate, he should probably tell her.
Right.
Not her.
And who knows? Maybe he did. Or maybe he's like, look...
Maybe he did, and that's why they don't talk anymore.
Right. It could... You never know. But I don't think it should be coming from you. And I don't think that anything bad enough happened that it's like this huge secret. You don't understand what I'm saying, Josh? Yeah. All right. Now, if we had a little kisses outside of the church, last people at church, then yeah, of course, something's going to happen here. Somebody's got to tell somebody something.
Kiss you like a brother.
But look, we're talking about these little, who knows? All right, so we're done. Next question. Now, guys, if you're realizing the year is almost over at the last days, and you still haven't started that website that you meant to start this year, there's still time. You can still do this, and you can still do this with Squarespace. Squarespace makes it so easy for us to run our business. Selling merch to our supporters this Christmas has been a breeze. So much easier than the way we used to do it.
Yes.
Whether you want to start a blog, a web store, a portfolio, whatever you need, Squarespace has a template that will make it easy to get you up and running quickly. Squarespace is an all-in-one platform, which means that they have everything you need to keep your site updated and looking amazing. Say bye-bye to other subscriptions once you start using Squarespace. They have video blocks, which let you embed your YouTube or Vimeo videos right onto your website easily. They have Squarespace member areas where you can put gated content just for members of your website. And you can easily look at your site analytics as well. Squarespace helps us run our business, and they can help you too. If you want your own space on the web, do it with Squarespace. Head over to squarespace.com for a free trial, and then when you're ready to launch, go to our link squarespace.com/cow, because there you're going to get 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. That's squarespace.com/cow. Now, let's get back to the messages. Supporter messages alert, Josh. Supporter messages. I was so confused. Supporter messages, guys. I love the supporter messages. Support BlimeyCow.com, get a free hat. It's not free. Almost free. Very close to free. As close as we could possibly get it without going under. You don't realize what slim margins we're on. My older sister has always ignored me. That's so sad. And now that she is newly divorced and I'm newly 18, she wants to hang out with me a lot. But the problem is that we have nothing in common, and she's a really bad influence. She encourages me to listen to explicit songs, watch Game of Thrones. Oh. Is that like a pretty bad show, Josh?
There's a lot of nudity.
But like everybody watches this, I feel like, right?
Yeah, everybody loves it.
Well, Josh,
Everybody's watching porn all day everywhere. What's the difference?
Right, I looked it up, and they said that Netflix was less popular than Pornhub. My life changed at that point, Josh. All perception of messages changed when I read that stat. All right. Dress provocatively and do things with guys. And do Game of Thrones. At Thanksgiving, she even asked my older single brother if he was a virgin. I've only hung out with her a few times before realizing that she hasn't changed or matured at all since living at home 8 years ago. I don't want to spend time with her anymore, but I don't want to hurt her feelings. She also asks our mom to take her kids to school at least once every week. And our mom is basically just free childcare to her. How do we detach ourselves from my toxic and ungrateful heathenist sister? Thanks. This is surprisingly one of the most weighty messages I have ever read. I can feel the stress and the worry. How do I stop watching Game of Thrones? How do I get this out of my life? How do I do it, Josh? How do I do it? And it's a great question, okay? Look, she's divorced, she's moved back, she's living with your parents or your mom and you guys. I think that you need to just have a conversation with your mother and say, Mother, we have a great relationship, right? Okay? Or heathenist daughter. There's something. What is it? Is this a big enough deal? This is what you need to talk to her about. Is this a big enough deal that we should, like, just tell her that she needs to move? Is she doing enough bad things that is appropriate? Now, if I'm being completely honest, from what you have said to me, it's not bad enough. Okay, Game of Thrones, sure, it's bad, okay, but is it bad enough that you're going to delete your estranged sister, your heathenist sister from your family and your life? Okay, no. So you're not gonna get the response that you want from your mother. Now, you, on the other hand, you can take some steps to kind of distance yourself a little bit, because if you're feeling like, look, I'm not about doing that kind of thing, but if you're feeling influenced by this person, and that's kind of who you are, like you feel influenced by people like that, then you can do certain steps that you can create yourself to kind of maybe distance yourself a little bit from, creative ways, just maybe not being places, not do whatever.
Recommend watching Lord of the Rings when she wants to bring.
Those are basically the same. It's like Lord of the Rings is the Christian Game of Thrones, Josh, right? Okay? I just hope that this question is just a little happier, Josh. All right, you have given me question after question that has put me in a mood that I do not want to be in. Dear Jordan and Josh, in past message, you mentioned that your mom watches everything you put out. I'm assuming she always does this. Did it ever make you uncomfortable? My mom always wants to see my work and read my blog, and while I appreciate the support, I really don't like her seeing it for some reason. I don't mind putting stuff out there for strangers and other people I know, but I don't like it when my family wants to see it. It's like I'm shy when it comes to my own family, and I wondered how you guys dealt with this sort of thing with your channel. Thanks, Shy. I have never dealt with this because I've never felt pressured by my parents to like put out like certain things or say certain things. How do I say this, Josh? There's just this like, look, okay, if we posted something that was like,
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones here, yeah, we would probably get it. This is exactly how this conversation would go. Hey. Hello? Hey, this is like my dad on the phone. Hey, I watched your video and and like, do you guys think, what do you guys think about like, do you think that maybe you shouldn't say something like that? Because it could be perceived in a certain way. For like little kids, if little kids watched it, do you think that they would? Yeah, Dad, you're probably right. You're probably right. All right, let me edit that out. Deleted. Okay, bye. That's how that conversation would go. Do you think maybe it's a good idea? Yeah, you're probably right. All right, just didn't think about it. This is right. Now, I don't feel that really ever. Or
Someone should have said that while they were making Game of Thrones.
They nobody had any responsibility.
Where were the parents?
Where were the parents at? Where were they at? Okay, bunch of little teenagers running amok, making this show.
Lord of the Flies.
I can't even believe it. So look, I don't know how you get past this because I've never experienced this, but this shows a deeper problem. Like, I'm trying to think of a world where I would feel like shy and like don't watch my stuff. That's not good. I don't really know how to fix that for you, but there's something deeper than just you don't want them to see your YouTube videos or your blog or whatever. There's something that is a huge disconnect, something that's going to be very wrong, and later on in life, it's going to come out in some way, and you're going to write back to me, and you're going to have a much harder problem than this, and you're going to, and I'm going to say, we should have figured out the blog. I'm not going to say told you, I'm going to say we should have figured out the blog problem. That's what we should have figured out. I have no advice other than this means something much deeper in your life than you know it does. Okay? And you got to figure that out. I can't help you out with that at that point, but just maybe try and be a little more open towards your family. And if your family is extremely controlling, then look, I kind of get it if it's like you don't want to show them some stuff that you've like created, but like let's not just assume that, and let's just say, hey, maybe try and be a little more open to your parents, because you didn't really show me anything that said that they're like weird about anything. So there you go, guys. That last message I thought was going to be endearing. I thought it was going to be about my mom and just it was going to be a happy question, and then all of a sudden it was like this girl's family life is just shattering before my eyes. And I did not get out of that mood, Josh, that you have put me in. I thought I was going to be happier, and I'm not.
Sorry.
But guys, I think I really helped these people out today. Look, we're in the last days, okay, for these people here, and for me now, but also for these hats. You have to get the hat. Go to support.blimeycow.com. Become a supporter.
Last day.
Last day. It is the last day. If you watch this tomorrow, it's too late. This is the last day. You must do it now, or you will forever regret it, and you will be writing into messages for years about how you have never recovered from not getting the hat.
You're gonna wish your mom saw it.
You're gonna
Because maybe she could have
for Christmas
signed up for you.
signed you up for Christmas.
We had people do that. Parents sign up
Did we?
kids for Christmas, yeah. Get him a hat.
Now that's a beautiful relationship. That's what we're striving for, last person. That is what we are striving for. Don't be messy. And leave good messages.